The Elephant Man gets a Criterion release, Arrow announces their new December slate, and Eddie Murphy comes to 4K this December. All this and more in the next Physical Media Report. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Mid-Level Media for the Physical Media Report, my weekly rundown of all the news and announcements in the world of physical media. What has been announced in the past week, what's new that's coming out this week. We go over the top 5 Blu-rays and the top 5 4Ks. I run down some deals for you. I show you my pickups. You guys know how this show works if you've been watching it for long enough. And yeah, we're just going to have an awesome time talking about physical media. And there was a lot of stuff that dropped this week. There is tons of stuff to talk about this week, and I am super excited to dig into it. But first, let me go ahead and ask that you guys please, if you have not yet become a subscriber of the Mid-Level Media channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Just punch that subscribe button. For all of my great content centered around physical media, I do reviews, I do Blu-ray hunts, I do this Physical Media Report every single Monday. All kinds of great content on this channel, and I want you to be a part of it. You to come here to watch this, to experience it with me, to engage in conversation. Just a fun place to learn about the thing that we all love, physical media. So definitely consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, like this video if you haven't yet. Just hit that like button. It takes 2 seconds. Just hit the like button. Help this video move up the YouTube algorithms of the internet and reach more eyes and reach more viewers and help this channel grow. I would greatly appreciate it, guys. And also comment down below anything that I talk about here today that excites you, that gets you interested, anything that you might be picking up this week. Go ahead and drop that down below in the comments. But let's go ahead and get into this, guys, because we got a jam-packed show here today, and we are going to start things off with the news and announcements of last week. We got a lot of stuff that was announced for the month of November, for December, and there's some exciting stuff on the horizon, guys. But let's get into the top story, the top thing to talk about, because this actually dropped maybe 2 hours after I put up last week's physical media. I almost thought about making a separate video, but I'm like, you know what? I'll save it till next report. I'll go over it next Monday, and that'll be my main story. And yeah, guys, Eddie Murphy coming to 4K with Beverly Hills Cop and Coming to America, both coming to 4K this December the 1st. Awesome announcements. I love Beverly Hills Cop. That is a great buddy cop movie from the 80s that I only recently checked out a couple of years ago, but I do love the movie. Eddie is great in it. Still need to see the sequels, though. Coming to America, I actually have never seen. I own it on Blu-ray. I picked it up in a Blu-ray hunt from a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, I need to check that out, but it's coming to 4K. Now that one, as of right now, is the only one that is also getting a Best Buy exclusive steelbook with it. Beverly Hills Cop has not been announced to get a steelbook with its 4K as of right now, but both of these are coming out on December the 1st, so definitely excited for those. Now, 2 other things that were announced, and you guys know that I love this company, this brand, this new line that Paramount's been putting out. The Paramount Presents line is also releasing 2 Eddie Murphy films on December the 1st with The Golden Child and Trading Places, which is another 80s classic from Eddie Murphy that I still need to see, with Dan Aykroyd, Jamie Lee Curtis, all kinds of great people in that film. So Paramount Presents, I love this line. I still need to pick up Roman Holiday. That's the one I'm missing out on. We have The Haunting that's coming out in October, and now we have these 2, which will be the next 2 to complete a full set of 12 when it's all said and done, to close out 2020 for the Paramount Presents line. Hopefully they continue in 2021, bring another strong lineup. Super excited for it. So yeah, I'm going to pick up Roman Holiday, The Haunting, and these 2 films for sure, because I love collecting for this line. But yeah, The Golden Child and Trading Places both hitting on December the 1st, making that a combined total of 4 Eddie Murphy films getting important physical media releases on this day. So I can only compare that to the Tom Cruise movies that we got back in May, because if we got the Days of Thunder, War of the Worlds, Top Gun, all on 4Ks. We also got some Paramount Presents with those as well. So it looks like they're giving Eddie Murphy the same treatment, the same love this December. And I'm here for it. I'm down, guys. Eddie Murphy, one of the best comedians of all time, best comedic actors of all time. I just watched The Nutty Professor again for like the first time in 15 years last week, laughing my butt off during that movie. It is so hilarious. I love Eddie Murphy, so I can't wait to pick all of these up and experience these. And I'm not that familiar with The Golden Child, but definitely I'm going to be picking that up and checking that out as well. But Let's get on to the next announcements, guys, because these are actually two titles that I made a separate video on last week discussing them. The first one is I Spit on Your Grave from Ronin Flicks, and that is coming out on November the 11th. I did a whole video detailing the special features to that, which you can check out. I'll link that at the end of this video and down below. But also we got American Werewolf in London getting a 4K release from Turbine Media Group on November the 6th. So this is a German-based company, but you can still, it's region free. You can order it from them right now. I think pre-orders are up. The next thing, guys, that we are going to discuss is Arrow announced their December slate. Now, I don't know if this is their full slate or not because it's only 2 films that they announced, but they're both, well, at least one of them is a heavy hitter, and the first one is Tremors. Tremors is coming to 4K, so Arrow continues their trend in 4K after Pitch Black and Flash Gordon, coming out with Tremors on 4K. Tremors is a classic horror comedy. I think it's fair to say it's like a horror comedy starring Kevin Bacon. I just rewatched this one again for the first time in probably 15-20 years back in March or April. It was around the time the quarantine first happened, and me and my wife just randomly saw Tremors on Netflix and checked it out again. It's a really fun movie. Kevin Bacon's great. I can't think of the other guy that acts in it. Reba McEntire's in it. It also has the guy that's in every single Tremors movie. There's like 7 of them now, but he's in it as well. Really fun movie. The cover on this looks amazing. The packaging looks amazing. I don't know if I'm going to pick this up or not. I haven't fully decided yet because the movie to me is really fun, but it's just okay. It's not like great or anything. It's really good. I don't know if it's going to be worth that pickup for it. It depends on how much it costs. I might get it because I do really like the packaging in it, but that comes out on December the 15th. The other Arrow release that they announced is Versus, which is a film that I'm not familiar with. That comes out on December the 7th, so don't know much about that, but Tremors on 4K and Versus are the only 2 titles at this point that Arrow has announced for the month of December. So maybe we'll get more announcements to come, but it kind of feels like they announced all these things together. Usually it comes in 4s though, so we might be getting details on that when it comes out. But they just announced the Tremors special features this week of what's going to be on it. So I'm probably this week at some point, I'm going to be doing a special features revealed video for that Tremors 4K set. So look out for that as well. Next up, guys, we have Army of Darkness being teased for 4K from Shout Factory in 2021. So they have already done the 4Ks of Evil Dead 2. They already have 4Ks. Those were not done by Shout Factory though. Now this one is going to be done by Shout Factory, Scream Factory, coming to 4K in 2021. So that'll be one of the next, I think Shout Factory has got about 2 titles under their belt now for 4K. So this might be the 3rd. Not an official announcement, no cover. I just got the poster up there, but it is being heavily rumored, announced that, speculated on, that the Army of Darkness will be coming to 4K from Shout Factory in 2021. So stay tuned for more details on that. Next up, guys, we got Yellowstone Season 3 coming out on December the 8th. I've heard a lot of good things about this show starring Kevin Costner. I need to check it out. But for any Yellowstone fans out there that are collecting this series on Blu-ray, you'll have the 3rd season on December the 8th. Next thing, guys, we have Mortal from Lionsgate coming out on November the 10th. And this is from director Ovendale, I think is his name. He did The Autopsy of Jane Doe. He did Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark recently, Troll Hunter, all kinds of great horror movies from the past few years. This guy's a really underrated director. Mortal, I'm guessing is his next film. I haven't really heard anything about it before this announcement, but that's due out on Blu-ray on November the 10th. Continental Divide coming out from Kino Lorber on December the 1st. DC Cab also announced with Mr. T in it, nonetheless, from Kino Lorber coming out on December the 1st. Lots of stuff, guys, just going through this, being announced for December the 1st. December the 1st seems like it's going to be a big, monumental day for physical media, so definitely be saving your money for that date for sure. War of the Colossal Beast is coming out on November the 10th. The Lady Killers 4K was just announced, I think, yesterday. It's a 1955 film. It's not the one with Tom Hanks, but it's the one from 1955. I guess the one with Tom Hanks was a remake of that. But the Lady Killers 4K coming out from Studio Canal, which is another great. They're the ones that's doing the Total Recall set. That's coming out on November the 9th. So that does it for all of the announcements, guys. Like I said, tons of stuff that was announced this past week, tons of stuff to get excited for, to be saving your money for. But speaking of saving your money, guys, here at the Physical Media Report, the Mid-Level Media channel, you know, we like to help you guys save a buck. We know times are tough. We know that, you know, you can't always spend hundreds of dollars every week on all of these physical media releases. You got to kind of wait, pick your spots, and pick the moments where the Blu-rays are at their cheapest in order to build your Blu-ray collection to where you want it to be. So I like to go over these deals with you guys, the deals of the week, just to kind of help you guys out, help you save a buck, help you save some money. And we've got some pretty good deals here, guys. It's not a lot. There's not a lot. Definitely not as much as weeks past, but there's a lot of good stuff here today that we're going to talk about. Sonic, for all you Sonic fans from earlier this year, I didn't love the movie, but that is on sale right now on Blu-ray for $11.99. Pretty good sale. I'm almost thinking about picking it up. Even though I don't love the movie, my kids really enjoyed it, so I think for 12 bucks, that's not a bad price at all for Sonic. Next up, guys, we got The Horror of Dracula, which I have never heard of this, but it's another Dracula film. That is $13.49 right now. On Amazon.com. We also have War of the Worlds 4K, the Tom Cruise film that came out earlier this year that I paid 20 bucks for. That's on sale for $17.99. Van Helsing on 4K is $12.99. Batman Ninja, which is another DC animated film, is $6.96. So DC animated films continue to be very cheap whenever they go on sale. So the fans of those, definitely pick those up when they go down in price. Don't always pick them up when they're first released, $17, $18, $20, because these seem to go down in price very quickly, so you can definitely pick them up later for cheap. We also got another Tom Cruise 4K. Top Gun on 4K is $14.96 right now. Shivers is $10.79. That Lionsgate, the one I did the unboxing for just last night, which you can check out. Little Monsters is $9.99 right now as well. A Quiet Place on 4K is $14.99. That's a great deal for that. I bought that for like 25 bucks a couple of years ago. The Godfather trilogy on Blu-ray is $24.38 right now. So all three of those amazing films on Blu-ray, classic, legendary gangster mobster films for about $8 a piece. So that's not a bad deal for the Godfather trilogy. But that does it for the deals, guys. Let's go ahead and move into what was on top this past week. What was the top 5 Blu-rays, the top 5 4Ks? What are the people going out to the stores and picking up or buying online or whatever? There's a lot of interesting stuff in this week as we continue to get more and more physical media coming out. We have more and more stuff to talk about as far as like what's coming. It's not just there for like a month or so. We were just talking about Trolls and Scoob was in the top 5 like every week. And now we finally got some different stuff, and it's kind of cool to see like what's on top this week. Because let's get into the top 5 Blu-rays, because this is a very interesting list. Outlander Season 5, which I guess is more popular than I thought, at least with physical media collectors, because that is number 1. I've heard of that show before, but I didn't know like it was that popular, that many people watched it. But that's number 1 on the Blu-ray chart. Next up, guys, we had the anime film that came out last week, Weathering with You. That's number 2 for Blu-rays. Number 3, and this one kind of makes sense because it's a high-profile release, Superman, Man of Tomorrow, the animated film. Next up at number 4, guys, for the Blu-ray, Hocus Pocus. Number 5 is Shivers, the David Cronenberg Lionsgate release. So that is interesting, to be honest with you. An obscure David Cronenberg film from the 70s, Shivers. But I guess a lot of people saw that cover. Maybe they thought it was Slither from James Gunn and picked it up. I don't know. Maybe just a lot of people were intrigued by the cover, but I still need to check that out myself. But let's go ahead and go into the top 5 4Ks, guys. We got number 1, Hocus Pocus. Number 2, The Invisible Man. I can only assume that was from the sale that went on. I think I went over the sale. I think it was on sale for like $14.96. Number 3 is 1917. Number 4 is Top Gun. And number 5 is Jaws. Jaws still hanging in there, guys, as well as 1917. 1917 came out, I believe, in March. On 4K, and it's just continuing to sell. I'm glad more people are checking this out, especially in the 4K format, because it looks absolutely stunning in 4K. But let's go ahead and move on, guys, because we got a lot of stuff to get into as far as new this week. And there's not a whole lot of in-store releases this week, not a lot of those big high-profile releases like a Hocus Pocus, like a Home Alone, like a Beetlejuice or Goonies. But there's tons of stuff to dig into, tons of stuff to order online from boutique distributors that I'm going to dig into. And I'm going to try to start digging a little deeper as far as like what I'm promoting on this show for physical media, because I think some of these smaller boutique distributors deserve more recognition, deserve more credit as far as their commitment to physical media and keeping us stocked up with all kinds of awesome content to purchase and buy when some of the bigger distributors just aren't putting stuff out. But tons of stuff to go over, guys. We're going to start off with one of the top boutique distributors out there right now, and that's Criterion, doing excellent work in all kinds of classic films. And they're bringing back a David Lynch film this week starring Anthony Hopkins, and that is The Elephant Man. I have never checked out The Elephant Man. Apparently, it's a movie he made, I think, right after Eraserhead, which is another David Lynch film I need to check out. I'm just now discovering David Lynch. I watched Blue Velvet this year. I watched Lost Highway. Both very strange films that I still haven't decided what I think of. But Elephant Man coming out this week from Criterion. That's an absolutely stunning cover on that. It looks amazing. I absolutely thought about picking it up. I still might, but haven't ordered it just yet. Next up, guys, we got Ghost Ship, which is a film I do remember seeing in the early 2000s, coming out from Shout Factory. Another amazing cover, amazing artwork by Shout Factory. They always do such incredible work with their horror releases, their Scream Factory releases. This is a movie that I remember primarily for its opening. The way it begins, incredibly gory, gruesome scene in the beginning, which I'm not going to spoil here, but I thought about picking this one up yet as well, but I haven't yet ordered it. But Ghost Ship coming out from Shout Factory, Scream Factory this week, if you guys are interested in that. Next up, guys, let's get into the Vinegar Syndrome titles, which I don't always talk about a lot of Vinegar Syndrome stuff, but I usually do when they announce their new lines and all that. They got Memorial Valley Massacre coming out this week, Killing Birds, which is also known as Zombie 5, Spellcaster, Grave Robbers, The Caller, and Pandemonium. So 6 titles coming out this week, and I know a lot of people get excited for these Vinegar Syndrome releases. Now, me, myself, I only have one Vinegar Syndrome release in my collection. That's the Bloody New Year one. I started to try to collect for them, and I still haven't watched that one yet. I need to go ahead and watch it and see what kind of quality they put out in their releases. But definitely some awesome cover on these cult horror classics right here. Kino Lorber is putting out a lot of titles this week, guys, and we've talked about Kino Lorber on this show so much since I started doing the physical media report. It's like every single week this company puts out 6, 7 Blu-rays. They're always keeping us stocked up with physical media. So let's get into what they're coming out with this week, guys, because they got 8 titles coming out. We got Gotcha, which is a film starring Anthony Edwards. We got Five Graves to Cairo, which is a film that was directed by Billy Wilder, which I need to check out more of his stuff for sure. Love Me Tonight, which is a 1932 film. Havana, which I think has Robert Redford in it. The Milgro Beanfield War. Crackers, The Good Times Kid, Variety, Mama's Man. Lots of titles I've never heard of, some that I have. But definitely an interesting selection from the always interesting and fascinating Kino Lorber that always just puts out content like no other, Blu-rays, physical media like no other. Let's get back into Criterion, guys, because they got another release coming out this week. Martin Scorsese World Cinema Project is coming out this week from Criterion, which is tons of films that Martin Scorsese either has backed or promotes, or I'm not really sure, but it's a lot of films that Martin Scorsese likes coming out in a collection. So that's pretty cool that he's putting that out. But for all of you Best Buy heads, from all you Best Buy Steelbook heads out there, people that love your Steelbooks, we got some awesome Steelbooks coming out this week that I still haven't decided if I want to grab one of these, but I'm definitely going to try to get out to a Best Buy tomorrow to see if I can get some footage of these and possibly pick one up. I'm just not sure which one I want to grab yet. We got Mad Max 4K coming out tomorrow, the Steelbook of that. We got Halloween 4K coming out, the Steelbook of that. That Steelbook cover honestly looks amazing. I really like it. I really dig it. It's got those fall vibes with the leaves and stuff. But I already own like so many editions of Halloween and Halloween 2018, and I don't know if I need another one, but damn, that cover looks awesome. For sure. We got Evil Dead 1 and 2 coming out, the 4K Steelbook of that. I don't have the first Evil Dead on 4K, so that might be something that's worth picking up. I do have Evil Dead 2 on 4K though. So yeah, amazing Steelbooks at Best Buy tomorrow if you guys are interested in going out and picking those up. Stargirl Season 1, I think it's a CW show, Warner Brothers DC show that's coming out. It's coming out tomorrow on Blu-ray. Severin is releasing 3 things tomorrow. We got Cruel Jaws, Massacre in Dinosaur Valley, and Primitives, all coming out tomorrow from Severin. Jeremiah Johnson coming from Warner Archive, Genesis 2, Planet Earth Combo Pack coming from Warner Archive, and Memphis Belle also coming from Warner Archive as well. So Warner Archive, another company that always keeps up with their physical media, puts out amazing content and stuff for us to talk about. Penny Dreadful, City of Angels, Season 1, which is, I'm familiar with Penny Dreadful, but not this iteration of it. I guess they brought it back for something new. But Season 1 comes out tomorrow, and that's being released by Showtime. Straight from them, I guess they're a Blu-ray distributor as well. We got The Legend of Tremors coming out from Wellgo USA. Jaws Collection 2 through 4 coming out from Universal, which Universal is doing a lot of reissues this week, which we're going to get into right at the end of all the new releases. I'll start talking about all of those. The Silencing, which is a film starring Nicholas Castor-Waldau, which is Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones, is coming out from Lionsgate. So yeah, let's get into all of these Universal collections, guys, because there's a lot of stuff that's coming out, and I want to go ahead and be able to list these movies for you. They've got some double packs. They've got a Hobbs and Shaw and Skyscraper double pack. They got a Boss Baby and Abominable double pack. They got a Yesterday and Pitch Perfect double pack. Bad Moms is being reissued. I'm not going to be showing images for all of these guys. But Death Race 2, The Boss, The Mummy with Tom Cruise, all getting reissues from Universal. Let's go ahead and get into these 10 packs, guys, because these are definitely some interesting collections for those of you all that just want to pick all of these up in one go. But this one, Focus Features 10 movie collection, is on sale right now for $70, and this is 10 films on Blu-ray. We have Lost in Translation, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Pride and Prejudice, Brokeback Mountain, Atonement, Burn After Reading, Moonrise Kingdom, The Theory of Everything, On the Basis of Sex, Harriet, all coming out in this Focus Features collection from Universal to Blu-ray tomorrow. So, and next up, guys, for all you horror fans out there, we have a Blumhouse of Horrors 10 movie collection on Blu-ray being distributed by Universal. This one is also on sale for $70 as well. We have The Purge, Ouija, The Boy Next Door, Unfriended, The Visit, Split, Get Out, Happy Death Day, Truth or Dare, Ma, all coming out on this Blu-ray collection. Definitely a wide assortment of films. Not all of these are great. As we know from Blumhouse, they tend to put out either not so great horror films, borderlining on crap, and then they put out some of the best horror films of all time with Get Out, with Split. The Visit is very underrated M. Night Shyamalan movie, but definitely interesting collection from Blumhouse. And then we also have this Illumination collection from Universal. This one is only $60, $59.99 right now on Amazon, but it has Despicable Me, Hop, The Lorax, Despicable Me 2, Minions, The Secret Life of Pets, Sing, Despicable Me 3, Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, The Secret Life of Pets 2. So all 10 of these films coming out from Illumination in that set. And next up, guys, we got this DreamWorks animated collection from Universal. This is on sale for $59.99 as well. This includes movies like The Croods, the Shrek movies, Trolls, Spirit, Abominable, Kung Fu Panda, How to Train Your Dragon, Boss Baby, and Madagascar. So all of these films are in this collection as well. And next up, guys, Universal also has this 10 film action collection. Now this one is only $45.99. And it has The Bourne Identity, Doom, Smoking Aces, Wanted, Green Zone, The Man with the Iron Fist, Battleship, Kick-Ass 2, American Made, and Atomic Blonde. So definitely some incredible ones on that list. And let's move on to the next one, guys. Let me scroll down and check this one out. It is a sci-fi collection from Universal. Let's see which ones these have. This one is also $45.99. And we have 12 Monkeys, Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, Lucy, Oblivion, Pacific Rim Uprising, Pitch Black, Repo Men, Serenity, Seventh Son, and Waterworld. So lots of stuff, guys, coming out this week from Universal as they reissue everything. It was kind of like we discussed last week, I think, with Paramount re-releasing all of their stuff. So interesting titles, but let's dive a little bit deeper, guys, and go into some other companies that are releasing some editions this week. Some companies I rarely talk about. Well, we have Fun City Editions coming out with Alphabet City, which is a film from 1984. Looks like a kind of like drug dealer thriller type movie. Conquest, which is like a fantasy movie, coming from Code Red. Trick Baby, coming from Scorpion. And Death Rage from Dark Force Entertainment. All four of these titles from companies I rarely get into, but I want to, like I said, I want to start diving a little bit deeper and getting really into this world of physical media. So for those of you that are just kind of surface level collectors, you like your Marvel movies that come out, the theatrical releases, like all the movies that the mainline releases and stuff like that, give you a better insight into that world. And for those of you that like going a little bit deeper, give you all that same insight as well if you're not aware of the stuff that's coming out. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and show off just what I picked up last week, and then we're going to go ahead and end the show for the day, guys. But these first two titles on Blu-ray is I got Road Warrior and I got Rock'n'Rolla and Swordfish, of course, from my Dollar Tree haul that you can watch the video for. Right now, I'll go ahead and link that in this video. Last week, I got the Whiplash 4K Steelbook, which I did an unboxing for last week on my channel. This Aladdin 4K, which I got for $17.49 at Target on sale. So that was really cool, and that was the Aladdin remake. So yeah, definitely a cool pickup there, guys. But you can watch that on my Blu-ray hunting video. I'll be back again this week for another Blu-ray hunt. Probably tomorrow is when I'm going to drop that. I'll have more unboxing videos this week, some special feature revealed series. I got some stuff that I haven't yet announced yet, but I'm going to announce later this week. As far as like specialty videos, I got a collection video and maybe one other special video that I haven't covered yet. But definitely, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to the Mid-Level Media channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I put all kinds of amazing videos out every week for movie-related content, physical media-related content, all of this stuff. If you're a movie fan, if you like Blu-rays, 4Ks, definitely consider subscribing to my channel for more great content. And also, guys, like this video if you haven't yet. Comment down below anything that you're excited about for this week, and we'll see you next time.